It's really fun and ridiculous, and it's got that heart and edge that made season one so special.
Well, I'm super excited to talk to both of you today, especially because season two is so much fun. First of all, what was it like seeing the fans' response to season one?
It's so interesting, the people that find the show and like they really take a hearty interest in it. So it's great because it's I love it. I love doing it. I love the cast. I love being just involved in the. It's great when people take interest and say, "Oh man, when is season two coming up?" I'm overjoyed.
And I think we have one of the most original shows out. So for people to see something fresh and something new, and to continue to come back and just kind of fall in love with our characters, man, that's just super exciting. What we do it for.
Now, season two, what was it like getting the gang back together and getting to film again? Was it a little bit like, oh, now we have something to live up to, or was it we've already found our groove, let's settle in?
I think we found our groove even more, and just and kind of knowing what to expect with everything was really cool. And then the superb guest stars coming in is really fun and ridiculous, and it's got that heart and edge that made season one so special.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, it's so funny to go from snakes to snails just at the start. I've got to know, tell us a little bit about the journey that Craig's about to go on with Jillian and his striving to make some money for once.
Yeah, looks like he's going to do pretty good. He gets his farm, and immediately, some turmoil occurs, and it's coming from different directions. And but he and Jillian's relationship start to get stronger, and then of course there's he and Isaiah's relationship that's always rocky, and then then you got some other people thrown in there like Shayla, who he can't stand. But yeah, he definitely has his some challenges cut out for him. It's like each and every episode is something he's got to go through.
Now, tell me a little bit about Craig and Isaiah this season, because it does seem like after season one, we're on rockier territory than maybe ever.
Yeah, we had a rocky first season at the end of it, but there's always be some room. We're family, man. Family fights all the time in real life as well as on television. So we eventually get back together, but it's always something going on. They're always figuring out ways to kind of get back into that hole. And, Isaiah's always scamming and scheming, but Craig loves his brother and he always kind of gets caught up in it. So we're going to see more of those hijinks, but as even in the first season, it's always coming from a place of love where they'll be able to come back together. So we got some ups and downs this one as well.
Yeah. Craig trusts his brother too much.
A little too much.
Yeah.
So gullible.
That's what comes down.
Jesus.
I mean, we heard from season one, snakes all the way down. It seems like Isaiah's got this cynical view, and Craig's obviously very optimistic about what people are like deep down. Are they ever going to come together in the middle, or is Isaiah going to pull Craig into the deep dark, or is Isaiah going to be sunshine and sparkles?
Hey, maybe not. Let's not let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
But there's definitely some contentiousness. Is that a word? Contentiousness?
Yeah, and now it is. Now, season one obviously had so much to do with the American dream and capitalism. We see this very successful Craig and these flash forwards. What do you think that season two has to say about those same themes that we didn't really get into as much in season one, if anything?
It's very much a dog eat dog world, and so it's like there's some of that. There's definitely some capitalism. They touch on the healthcare system. It touches on a lot these social issues, but it gets in there. It gets kind of grimy, but it's definitely nothing but snakes all the way down. And Craig, as try as he might, he's trying to keep the moral, the good fight going.
Nothing but snakes all the way down. I'm gonna get that on the small of my back as a new tattoo. It's gonna be.
Yeah.
Let's
bring that back.
There's elements of redemption as well for my character. You ask the question, can people change, and what are the elements to that? So we're really delving into our personal psyches this season a little bit more.
Now, it's such an interesting show because obviously these things are very prescient themes, and it's so filled with heart, as well as being just so deeply funny and silly and weird and off the walls. How is it for both of you as actors to find these moments of groundedness that keep us having emotional reaction while also, palming giant snails and going off on these kinds of crazy adventures?
Some of that has to do, a lot of it has to do with the writing, because it's all there in the writing. So for us, it's continuing to build that chemistry on and off the screen. We'll hang out off screen, especially when we were in New Orleans. You find ways to hang out, be together, and then when we are working, it's the same way, kind of. So it's you just keep building that relationship.
Yeah.
And we're both comics too. So, we always, we trust each other. We throwing around ideas, and we also understand, being comics, how comics want to do drama. So we respect that part of it too, and give each other that.
Yeah. What about you, Rell? I cut you off.
No, like you said, everything starts on the page. Our great showrunners, Dan and Luke, and the rest of the writing crew, they kind of write the bones and the structure of the show. And once we have that base, we can kind of play within that. And then even Claudia has an improv background, so we know how far we can go, and we can kind of always have a place to get those jokes in. So I think it's a combination of everybody's talents making this a dope show.
Well, I don't know how you could possibly get through some of these scenes without cracking up, because they are just so deeply funny. How many takes are you messing up by breaking?
That happens every once in a while, but you just, it's more remembering the lines than it is.
Yeah. That's the hard part.
Yeah. Well, it's so good to talk to you about season 2. Super funny what I've gotten to see of it so far, and I really appreciate your time.